Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of March 15th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Sagittarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Sagittarius not see coming for the week of March 15th, 2026? What do they not see coming for the week ahead? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Dodging bullets. And at the bottom of the deck, you have grudge holder. Okay. Dodging bullets card talks about blocking negativity, being protected, like spiritually protected by your haters. So tell me more about this. Dodging bullets here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is this something they do not see coming this week? Just saw the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to take it because it fell over face up. Tell me more about this here for the Sagittarius collective. One more shuffle now. Thank you. So in your energy, you have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands, you have the Hanged Man, and you have the Chariot. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with is the Page of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Wands, and that leaves the Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Hermit to the Emperor here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's clarify. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles in Sagittarius's energy for next week. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Fiercely. I just heard fiercely. Yes, Empress, fiercely. The Empress, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Wands is clarified by the King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Magician, the Hanged Man. Tell me why the Hanged Man is here for Sagittarius next week. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Death card, the Three of Swords, and Justice. Chariot. Tell me why the Chariot is here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Chariot's clarified by the Phoenix. Oh my God, you just gave me chills. Page of Pentacles and a Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about this person here. Could be a person, could be a group of people. Clarify that Page of Wands. Clarify the Page of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Wands is clarified by the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Five of Wands. Boy, are they confused. Five of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Wands is clarified by Five of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups. Sagittarius, I think you are fiercely protecting your peace in the week ahead from someone who was a little too indecisive about you for too long. And I feel like this is the week where you're like, I'm done. You are fiercely moving towards this Ace of Pentacles. I don't know if this is a new job, a new situation, a new relationship, your freedom, some new creative venture or idea, but you're full steam ahead. You're showing up here in the Empress energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. Knight of Swords, you're taking action because of the Five of Pentacles. So what do I mean by that? Let's say this is work related. This is a job that didn't pay you adequately. They were indecisive. They knew that you had issues. They knew that you were, contemplating leaving. And you're like, you know what? F it. I'm not going to wait around for this job to now do right by me. All of a sudden, I'm going to have to cut that off afterwards. Oh, I'm going to cut that off. Maybe that's what you're doing. So it seems to be here then in your energies. I'm not going to wait around for them to do the right thing. I'm just going to go out and look for another job. If you are a business owner, you're waiting around for a vendor to get back to you, or again, maybe it's like someone you want to collaborate with. They're not getting back to you, and you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just find someone else to work with. So I think you're blocking someone. I think you are, and by blocking, what I mean is like energetically not wanting to deal with this person. They were too indecisive. They took too long to get back to you, or they took too long to do right by you. Seven of Wands, you're putting up this energetic wall and you're deciding to manifest something else. I'm manifesting a way out. I'm manifesting another job. You know, I'm manifesting someone else to collaborate with or to work for or work with. That seems to be what you're doing here. You're opening up your heart in another direction because this individual or entity, like if it's a corporation or something like that, a company, took too long to do the right thing. And you're pausing here. You paused before you made this decision. You thought about this, and your determination or the ruling. I feel like you're like judge and jury on this person. Or again, if it's an environment like work or a living situation, and your ruling is, I can't wait for you to make it right. You haven't made it right up until now, so I'm going to have to make it right. And the only way I can make it right is to look in another direction. Fiercely protecting your peace, fiercely protecting this new beginning. You have the Phoenix, you have the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles, and you're like, I'm just going to get to work on the new. I think you're holding a little bit of a grudge. I'm not going to lie to you. I think there's a party that is, I don't know if you're angry, but there's a party that says, I'm going to just say it. I think you're pissed off that this person or this company, again, whoever they are, took too long to do the right thing. Took too long to give you what you knowingly know you deserve. This collaborative effort. You were trying to work with someone on something here. They took too long. You're deciding, I don't need to hang around and wait for this. I can create this on my own, or I can find this elsewhere. Now, as for this energy, Page of Wands. This is being clarified by the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. This is suddenly now that you have withdrawn your energy, or you're blocking them, or maybe for some of you, you've made it known that you're looking for another job or you're going in another direction. Now suddenly they want to present you with a conversation. Pages are messengers. So there's something here in that Page of Wands of now suddenly wanting to have a discussion with you. The Five of Wands is clarified by the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Now it's suddenly, listen, I know that I haven't gotten around to this. I'm getting the feeling that you're looking for another place of employment. You know, let's talk about this. Let's see if we can do something here. They are offering you something this week to get you to stay at work. If this is a romantic partner, you either have exited, or they know you're exiting, or you're planning to exit. Again, I feel like energetically, you've put up like a wall between you and this person. So some of you have verbalized it. For others of you, they're just sensing it, that you're withdrawing and you're moving in another direction. And quite frankly, you're pissed off, and I think they're sensing it, because I don't think you necessarily wanted to move on from the situation, environment, or connection, but now suddenly they have some type of offer here for you. Now they're expressing remorse. Now they're expressing regret. Now suddenly they understand what their indecision has done to you, that it has pushed you away or moved you in another direction. What else? What else is this person offering this week? Or what else are they doing? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Ten of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups, and you have the Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the World card. This is one, I don't want to say it's one last offering, but it's like the final offering to get you to not leave. This is trying to block you from moving forward. This person is frazzled this week. You're not responding or reacting to them like you normally do, or with them like you normally do. So I feel like this is a last-ditch effort to provide you with something here to get you to stay, to get you to turn around. Suddenly they want to fight for the connection. Suddenly, if this is at work, this is supervisor is like, I don't want you to quit. Let me go talk to upper management or the owner. Like suddenly they want to fight to keep you and to provide you with an offer to stay. Anything else Sagittarius needs to know about this offer, and then we'll get you some advice. But yeah, you seem to be holding a grudge because of something they did or said or didn't do. I think it's more like didn't do. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. If you think they don't know that their action or inaction is what has led you to leave, or is leading you to leave this week, or at least to just ignore them this week, oh, they're fully aware. They're fully aware that they did something or said something to you or procrastinated on doing something that would have been the just, fair, and right thing to do. Oh, they fully know that you're pissed off, you're angry, you're holding a grudge, and you're moving in another direction because of their lack of action. Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Cups. And they might even express this to you. I effed up. You might actually get some kind of omission here of guilt. They might actually admit something to you. And I don't know if they're going to admit everything that they did or didn't do, but there seems to be here an acknowledgement of, I know I screwed this up. I know when I did or didn't do ABC, I screwed this up, and I think you're getting an apology there. Page of Cups to the Star card. So I would expect that from this person this week. Let's get you some advice. I want to get you 2 sets of advice. This new venture or new idea or something like that, new path here that you're manifesting for yourself that you want to work on. And again, let's say you're a business owner. You've been trying to reach out to this person. You want to collaborate with them. They've been dragging their feet, not getting back to you, being slow in their response. Suddenly you're like, you know what? I don't want to work with you after all. I either have found someone else to work with or I'm going to find someone else to work with. And then they're like, hey, wait a minute. I'm available tomorrow if you want to have a conference call. And you're like, really? Really? I waited a whole week for you to get back to me. Like, that's the feeling. Like, you're pissed off. Like, you wasted my time. And now that I tell you, forget it, I'm not collaborating with you. I'm, talking to someone else or making plans to talk to someone else. Now it's like, I'm so sorry. I know I screwed up. They're going to give you a list of reasons of why they didn't get back to you, why they didn't show up the way they should have. And then it's, I'm so sorry. Can we try to make this work? So, yeah, I would be prepared for an offer of apology from someone who, they were dragging their heels for a while. Let's get you some advice on how you can deal with this manifestation of this Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Two of Pentacles. Sorry about that. The Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, whatever it is here that you're manifesting, keep doing it. Keep working on it. Keep making it a priority. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles could talk about time management and prioritizing something. So I would just say to continue to balance this out. You will have victory and success with that new Ace of Pentacles. Landing the new job, finding someone new to collaborate with, or just finding happiness outside of the connection with this individual, if this is more of a personal connection for you, like with a friend, family member, or lover. So yeah, I would just make time to continue pursuing that. Now, what is the advice here for Sagittarius when this person, it looks like with the 2 pages here, there's communication here. Advice for Sagittarius dealing with this individual this week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice. Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. I told you you're angry. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. Well, when you receive this communication, you're supposed to speak the truth. The way they treated you, or their lack of initiation, or their lack of responding to you, or their lack of investment to you was not fair. And you have a right to say, you've squandered my time. Now, Source is never going to tell you to fight with someone, but the Five of Swords in terms of advice is being very clear with that Ace of Swords that you are holding resentment. This is why I'm moving in another direction, because I waited and waited for you to do the right thing, and you didn't do the right thing. You breadcrumbed me, or you didn't get back to me. And yeah, there's something here about speaking up on how their lack of action hurt you, or on how their procrastination affected you or squandered your time. Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Yeah, to the Death card. Yeah, you took too long. Therefore, I'm going elsewhere. And this could even be something like, I don't know, maybe you inquired with an insurance company for rates, or a construction company. They took too long. You're now deciding to look for another company to work with. And now they come in with an apology and an offer. And it's like, you know what? I just went a whole week without insurance. I was waiting for you to get back to me. Like, you squandered my time. Now that I tell you I'm going to another carrier or another company, now you want to work with me. So the general collective reading, take it how it resonates to you. I see you moving your energy in another direction, trying to find your Ace of Pentacles elsewhere, because this person's procrastination or lack of enthusiasm or lack of getting back to you, or frankly, lack of doing the right thing, is what pushed you to go in that other direction. And now suddenly they want to work with you again. So in terms of advice, just focus on this. Make this a priority. Don't be too overindulgent with it. What I mean by that is there are 24 hours in a day. Don't work 18 hours on this either. You know, you also want to leave time to be happy and do some nice things for yourself. Work is great. Being focused on a goal is fantastic. But you also, again, with that Two of Pentacles, just manage your time better. Sorry about that. I'm getting that phone call again. And as for this person, when they reach out to you in terms of advice, there's something here about being honest and disclosing to them. We saw the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords. Just being honest with them about how their delay or procrastination affected you and why you're moving in another direction. That is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Good luck with what you're manifesting, and good luck dealing with this individual. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.